Hi, I'm Dave McGinnis, Mainstream Media, and you're?
I'm Lisa Lapine, Promotion Queen.
And then, what got you into music?
You know what? I loved to dance. I was a dancer, just loved to dance. And there was a band called Ed and the Boats, and I loved them so much. And I would dance at their shows. And one day the girlfriend of the lead singer said to me, you know, I think you would make a great manager. Would you like to manage Ed and the Boats? And I said, well, that could be fun. That'd be a nice little hobby. And that's where it all started.
And now, do you think, how do radio stations support music?
Well, I wouldn't say that radio stations do a great job of supporting music. When we think of national radio, it's people have to pay a lot of money and have a lot of ability to get on radio. So the radio stations that really do support musicians easily are stations like KBOO, or in Portland there's a new station called KZME, and they're what they call community stations. So their goal is to support the community and make sure that the local musicians at that level can get heard. And so they do a really good job of that, where if you look at what they call a top 40 station, where all the hits are, you know, where you hear Lady Gaga, or you hear Beyonce, you have to have a lot of money to get to that level. Doesn't mean you can't eventually, but they're not doing it for the musician. They're doing it because they can make a lot of money from it.
Now Melissa.
Hi, my name is Melissa Halstead. I'm also a reporter for Mainstream Media. There are so many aspects of your job. What is one of your favorite parts?
One of the favorite parts of my job? That's what you're asking me, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, my job that I've started to do or been doing is I help musicians figure out how to market and promote and do the business side of things. So my favorite part is when I can work with a musician and help them understand a better way to explain who they are, to say what their music is like, and to kind of package their music so it can get to people, so that it can get connected to the people that like it. And when that happens, it makes me very happy, very happy.
And my second question is, well, Mainstream Media is a non-profit organization, and the founder, Todd, wanted me to ask you, how can Mainstream Media get more exposure out there?
How can mainstream media get more exposure for musicians?
For just the company in general.
For you guys?
Right.
Okay, so how could you get more exposure for this what's the name of this organization again? Say it.
Mainstream Media.
But is that the name of the organization? So how to get more attention for you guys? Is that the question?
I think Todd means how do we get Mainstream Media known out in the community?
Okay, I see what you mean now. I was getting the name and the idea of mainstream media. I think doing what you're doing right now is really smart. To have videos, to talk with musicians that are already succeeding, and have them understand that people that have different abilities can also be involved with music and have a love for it. So I like the idea of the video, with the YouTube video. And that, the interview thing is really nice. Like, you're interviewing me today, and I'm more of a business kind of person in the music industry. But what if you were interviewing Lady Gaga after her show? Wouldn't that be fun?
Right. Or
those are the really famous people, but on a local level, it could be someone that just plays this club in town. And they might, and most musicians really have a deep heart, you know, they have a love for people, and so if they can help people who have an interest in music, like you guys, to get connected, I think they would want to do that. And then your channel, the YouTube channel idea could be really good. Mainstream media YouTube channel where there's, you know, collections of these little interviews with musicians.
And then, what do you think of Portland's music scene?
I think Portland is now in what they call an it city, meaning that people look to Portland to see how to do things in a good way, for music, for food, for wine, for beer, for walking, for bicycling. We're kind of a lifestyle city. We show the rest of the country how to have a good life that's full of music and art and good food and friendship. And so I think right now Portland is in a really good space to be a music leader.
And do you think, I know Portland has a new radio station, do you think it's up for another station? Do you think you can make the suggestions? Do you think you can be in control of it?
Do you think, say your question again, something about radio stations?
Do you think you can come up with a new radio station in Portland?
Do you think I could?
Yeah.
Maybe if I wanted to, but there's such good ones already. That KBOO and that KZME is a really good one. Really good one, yeah. And would there be another station?
How about one that plays, an oldie station that plays music from the 50s, 60s, and early 70s, and it'd be on 105.5, and its colors would be KOLD, and then and it'd be a little different than 106.7.
Right, and that's an idea you have about a radio station that would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an idea you have? Well, you know what you might do instead of wishing to have a radio station is to go to one of those. This is an idea for mainstream media. Maybe one of those, KZME is all about local. Maybe they would let you have a show where it was about these people, this music that you guys like, your ideas, and then you could have a show where that's the music that you play. But you would look to, they like it to be all local, so you'd have to find out who was playing music of the 50s, 60s, 70s back here in Portland. You know, so it'd be like Louie, and that could be really cool. And that would be a neat thing, to have a radio station, and then you guys would talk with people, and you could have live music on there.
Yeah.
So you could do that. Okay.
And thank you.
Thank you. I'm so glad I got to meet you guys. You did a great job.
Oh, thank you so much.